Greetings and welcome to City of Destiny, a part of the Untold Stories Project. I am your host and Game Master Aaron. This is our actual play of the Emerald City Knights Adventure series from Mutants and Masterminds, the world's greatest superhero RPG from Green Ronin Publishing. Mutants and Masterminds is a D20-based system that allows players and GMs the ability to create stories featuring all of the greatest heroes of their imagination using a robust system that has enough crunch to be satisfying, but doesn't require a degree in advanced mathematics to figure out if you hit or not. One of the beautiful things about Mutants and Masterminds is the inclusion of hero points. These allow the heroes to re-roll a die, take an extra action, recover from a dangerous condition, or use a power stunt to use their abilities in creative ways. Heroes each start with one of these hero points, and can gain additional ones for good role-playing, funny jokes, clever decisions, from me using their characters' flaws against them, and by your generosity. That's right, if you subscribe, renew a subscription, or donate bits to the stream, you will generate a hero point that can be given to the player or GM of your choice. We are a small but growing streaming network, and all of those follows and subscriptions and likes and subscribes, if you're catching our replay on YouTube, help keep us visible and growing and pay our bills. Now, speaking of those players, let's meet them, shall we? Say hello, heroes.
Hello, heroes.
Hello, heroes.
Hey there.
Heroes, let's go ahead and have you introduce yourselves. Tell us your name, who you're playing, something interesting about them, and answer our question of the week, which is, if superpowers existed in the really real world, would you be in favor of superhumans needing to register their abilities with the government? And we will kick this off by sending it straight over to Alex.
Well, hello, everyone. My name is Alex, and tonight I will be playing the role of Ethan, our resident ferrokinetic art student at Mallory College, not Freedom College, that's where we were last night, at Mallory College, who just became a superhero and is hanging out with Keone and doesn't know what that means because he's a college boy. As for the question of the day or the week, I think deep down in my rebellious heart, I do not want superheroes to have to register with the government, mostly because I have seen what the government does with the little bit of power that it has, and it never ends well for anybody. And I would prefer to see that not happen with superpowered individuals like Ethan and my friends. And now pass things over to Wiki.
I'm Wiki. I play Professor Cephalopod, who is a giant Pacific octopus, a giant Pacific octopus in a mech suit. And that is also the interesting thing about him, is that he is a giant octopus in a mech suit. As for the question of the week, I also would not be for superheroes having, or superpowered individuals having to register. I know it would be like scary if people suddenly started having powers and you're like, oh, what if my neighbor could like suck all the water out of my body? But registering won't stop them from doing that, so it could only end badly. And I will, where do I usually pass? Howard.
Hey, I'm Howard. I am playing Bulwark. He is the other hero who just very recently gained his powers at age 83. A cranky old man who, having lived through Vietnam and having a slightly jaded perspective of the government, would not want, I shouldn't say that word, sorry, would not want paranormal registration. I don't think I would either, because like other laws, it would, the law-abiding citizens are the ones that would do it anyways, and the villains wouldn't. So it doesn't really make a difference. So anyways, I will kick it to Brandon.
Hi,
My name is Brandon. I play the bisexual disaster known as Portal. His interesting tidbit about him would be that he is a reformed bank thief. And when it comes to superpower registration, while I am firmly in favor of registering firearms, with powers being something you're born with, I don't really see that fixing any kind of problem. I would, however, be firmly in favor of making the use of superpowers while committing a crime an aggravating offense that would increase the punishment that you would receive. And I will kick it off to my left to Aunt Puppy.
Hi, I'm Aunt Puppy. I play Keone, also known as Cindy. Her pretend name is Keone. Her real name is Cindy. The interesting fact about her is that she is still undecided on how she feels about herself. She's learning more and more every day, so kind of learning the ins and outs of everything, I guess. And I would have to say, I was really torn on this question because I am an avid register your firearms person. So to me, superpowers kind of are in the same small realm. But I don't know. This is really hard. And I thought about it all day today and I still can't finalize an answer. But I mean, I get the premise of it and I get the need for it and I get the understanding of not wanting to. But I do have to agree that it should be no different than using, if you use a car to, run somebody over and kill them, it's a little bit different than if you, accidentally did it. It's the same kind of ballpark. So I partially agree with everybody. Yeah, I don't know. I still can't decide. I can't decide.
Well, I will tell you all that my asking you this question has absolutely no bearing for what may or may not happen in the future of this campaign.
You sit on a throne of lies.
I don't believe you.
I disbelieve.
Make a will save. Anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and toss out my own thoughts on the matter, which are, as a comic book and superhero fan, I don't want to read stories of a world where, where all the heroes are registered and have to be licensed and all of that, because I like the traditional comic book tropes and I like my superheroes, doing the right thing because it's the right thing and not because, the government is watching them to make sure that they do so. That said, if I actually had to live in the world where people could, crack a planet open with their bare hands, yeah, I would really, really feel better about it. So I'm willing to admit that that's, a little selfish of me. But yes, no, I would absolutely want it. So
By selfish, he means completely and utterly logical.
Am I allowed to ask a question about the question?
Go ahead.
Or specifically about the answer to the question?
Sure.
For those who would want registration, What does registration accomplish? What does knowing that Clark Kent can crack open a planet, what does that do? He could still crack open a planet.
Fair.
And if he wants to do it, he's going to do it, whether he's registered or not.
Fair. So the planet cracking is perhaps an extreme example. But, let's say...
let's say Portal, who's registered.
Huh?
Let's talk about Portal, who actually is registered.
Uh-huh.
Unwillingly, I believe.
He was arrested.
Registered super character, registered felon. I mean,
your record has been expunged as long as you
Keep
as long
doing the
as-
good stuff.
yeah.
It is a tough question.
It is. No, it's something that has actually been a thing I've wondered about ever since the Civil War comics. Because, you know, I was sure as heck rooting for Team Cap at the time, but yeah, I feel like if I actually had to live in the Marvel Universe, I would have been 100% on Team Iron Man. So.
I think
But I
it
think
comes
that
down.
also there's an extra point to that question where are we talking anyone with superpowers or people who use their superpowers? You know, there's a difference between just any person with powers registering and masked superheroes actively out in the community registering.
This is true.
Plus, who has control of the information?
Oh boy, we're gonna
Yeah, Cap's
we're
thing where
gonna
he was
have
like
to move.
Cap's thing where he was like, what if we need to go somewhere and we're not allowed? Or what if we don't want to go somewhere and they force us to? That's what makes me feel icky about.
No, I get that. And like I said, as a superhero fan, I sure prefer stories where heroes aren't required to register. But yeah, I don't know. It is one of those interesting quandaries. But you know, we can leave those kind of really heavy, weighty questions for a future discussion, and let's deal with the heavy, weighty questions that are in front of our heroes.
When the registration that's not coming comes to us.
we can burn that bridge when we get to it.
Yes.
Exactly.
It's one of my favorite expressions.
So when last we saw our heroes, having successfully fought off a group of rampaging stormers, the heroes had to decide how they wanted to deal with, in no particular order, the agents of Aegis, the police, the press, the public, and, for those of them who were new to their abilities, what to do with their newfound superpowers. At that point, the heroes went somewhat their separate ways, exchanging some contact information amongst themselves, making some initial contacts with the police, returning to friends and family to figure out their next moves. There was some text message conversation that went back and forth that got Bulwark hanging out with Professor Cephalopod. Marshall and Ethan settled on the superhero names of Bulwark and Crucible. Keone followed Crucible home. And the heroes began to do some investigation into the source of the Silver Storm. What they were able to determine was that the truck that exploded belonged to Redshift Energies, which is a wholly owned subsidiary of Mars Tech through a different shell company. By making some contacts with the police, the heroes were permitted back to investigate the scene, and while there, they discovered a minute metallic residue that seemed to be all over the interior of the truck where the Silver Storm originated, and some of this same material was within the bodies of Bulwark and Crucible. Keone and Crucible left the scene to go patrol, while Bulwark, Professor Cephalopod, and Portal were, I believe, going back to the Octa Lab to science the heck out of this material. And the police officer, or the police chief, said that he would work to try to arrange a meeting between the heroes and Maximilian Mars. Am I forgetting anything?
That seems about right.
We did find out that the police chief was the nephew of the superhero Patriot. Is that right?
Yes.
Commander USA.
Commander USA.
Commander USA, not Patriot. Somebody else in Freedom City.
So let's go ahead and pick up right there with Keone and Crucible as they are out patrolling, if that's what the kids are calling it.
I do like that somebody in chat referred to them as Crusamami.
No, Cruciami is Crucible and Tommy's ship name.
Yeah, Cruciami is
Oh.
Crucible and
Okay.
Tommy. Crucione is Crucible and Keone. And there was something else, wasn't there?
Kiami for Keone and Tommy.
Yeah, Kiami. Yeah.
Ice Watch.
It's watch. Good lord. All right.
The metal chlorians.
Yes, the metal chlorians are inside us.
Crucible and Keone, while you have left, and are you actually patrolling, or is that just your I'm getting out of here?
Ethan had every intention of going on patrol. It's up to
Mine was
Keone,
more
though.
of to get out of there. I wanted to get back home and do more research. But, you know, whatever works. There's no place like home.
There's no place like home.
And they start.
I've got a new list.
Oh no. All right. Well, assuming that you are at least making your way back over more towards campus area from the Yellow Brick Row, how about the two of you give me a perception check?
For sure. Keone, we definitely need to find a gargoyle to stand on top of. I think that's like customary.
Yeah. With our capes blowing epically in the wind.
Oh, I should get a cape. You don't have a do you
No
have a cape?
capes! Okay, perception. Where is my perception?
Under your skills.
Keone does not have a cape. I just checked.
Yeah, clearly perception is not very good on real life me.
Yeah. Aunt Puppy rolled a natural 1 for her perception check.
Ethan rolled a 14 for his perception check.
There we go. Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
He
Aunt
may
Puppy
or may
rolled a
not be.
21.
21. Hey, that's great. So while the two of you are making your way, you do notice it's gotten dark now. It is nighttime. There is a street corner that you are passing near where you see something of a bizarre sight. You see a woman on the ground, kneeling and screaming. Next to her, there is a man being held up in the air by the scruff of his neck by what appears to be a werewolf. I'm going to go ahead and move us over to the map. Let me know whether... Hopefully the dynamic lighting is working properly.
It appears to be doing so.
Yes, it's very interesting.
I will also move us over to the map.
Map on the map on the map.
I will try to correct it for everybody.
So...
All right. Looks like this is as good as it's gonna get.
Okay. So yes, this is what you all see. What would you like to do?
Keone, we gotta go help those people.
I mean, do we have to?
It's a werewolf. We don't want more werewolves running around, right?
That's true. Okay. We'll head over there.
Okay. Is silver magnetic? I'm gonna sort of reach out, see if I can feel anything silver nearby.
Is it the same kind of werewolf that needs silver? Are you sure?
I don't know. This is my... Actually, I guess this is technically my second werewolf I fought. Well, I guess she was a mongoose. I don't know. Was she a were-mongoose?
Don't know.
I feel like that's not the important question here.
All right, so the werewolf is kind of shaking the man. If we're about to start, looking for things that are made of silver or firing off superpowers, I think now would be a good time for initiative.
Do you want to clear those out first, or should we roll first?
Here we go.
And click on your token first, everybody.
Darkslayer, seeing what we've seen so far, I would say Keone is absolutely willing to sacrifice Crucible at this point.
Yes,
Mhm.
accurate.
That feels accurate.
Huh.
That
It's just
feels real.
scientific.
So what am I doing right now?
You are clicking on your token, and then you are rolling for initiative.
Initiative. Oh, where is initiative?
Up the sheet under movement.
You say it's under movement? God,
Uh-huh.
I am terrible today.
Yeah, it's
No,
right
it's,
above your
attacks.
attacks.
The bar that says attacks, go across it, and you'll see.
Oh, there it is. Found it. Found it. 23. Skills on my screen. It's so much tinier. Like,
23, you said.
23. Yep.
Okay. All right. So, Kiona, you have the highest.
Always first.
What would you like to do, Kiona? Werewolf has the poor man in his arms. The woman is on the ground screaming. What do you want to do?
Keone, if you set him up, I'll knock him down.
I was gonna say, I'll throw a giant snowball at him.
Plot twist, they're practicing for their West Side Story performance.
Oh my lord. Okay.
So yes, what do you want to do, Kiona?
So I'm throwing a snowball. I'm assuming that would be Icy Blast.
It would. You're throwing a snowball at the
Werewolf.
werewolf?
Not the
Okay.
guy or the girl. I'm throwing it at the werewolf.
Okay.
Do I just click on Icy Blast?
You do.
I got 23 and 27.
So the 27 is what is the damage that I would need to roll again. So a 23.
Okay. 27 is in the red, and then 23 is in the white.
Yeah. So the 23 is what the difficulty of his toughness save is.
Okay.
The 23 is what you rolled, which, because he was unaware of you, that will hit. So he will make a toughness save.
Oh, he's in trouble.
We hope.
He is in trouble. That will be a daze. You have dazed the werewolf.
Well, if he's dazed and no longer in the moon, does that mean he's no longer a werewolf?
He is still a werewolf. Crucible.
Yeah, Crucible is going to land ominously underneath this stoplight, this street light.
Uh-huh.
Spotlight, yeah.
Should wrap them up.
That's what I was thinking about doing. I'm going to say, unhand them, creature of the night. And raise my hands, and I'm going to bend this street light down using my magnetic bindings to try and bind him up.
Okay.
And I'm going to use 2 points of power attack.
Okay.
So I'll subtract 2 from this and add 2 to the DC.
Okay. Go for it.
Oh, 13 to hit.
A 13 is not going to hit the werewolf.
I want to spend a hero point.
Okay. Spending them early. Got it.
I can't
Love
mess up in front of Keone.
Oh, wow. We're leaning into this.
19 that time.
19. 19 will still not hit the... Oh, wait, no. Well, no, he wouldn't be vulnerable anymore. He is now well aware of you. Oh, that's true. It's not his turn. Then yes, he is still vulnerable. 19 will hit.
DC
What's he
24
need to
dodge
roll?
save. DC 24 dodge save. He's vulnerable, so I feel pretty good about this.
Yeah, you should. He is immobile and defenseless.
I'm going to use extra effort. I'm going to hit him with a final attack.
Okay.
Because, yeah.
Now he's showing off.
Are you impressed?
He thinks he is.
Hit him with a snowball and knocked him out. Like, no less impressed.
19 again with the 2 points of power attack for the final attack.
Well, yes. I mean, he's immobile and defenseless. Um,
DC 34, werewolf guy.
Oh, poor puppy.
Yeah, if he makes the sad puppy sound, it's over.
amazingly, I got a natural 20 on his toughness save, so that is only a daze.
Well, that's the best I could do.
Look, don't ask us anymore why we keep calling you a Sith.
Okay. So he is dazed, been beaten up by 2 superhero attacks, wrapped up in a streetlight, and
Stop making the sad puppy sound.
the werewolf looks at the 2 of you and says, "What are you doing? Based on the news, I thought you were heroes. Why are you helping this guy?"
You're a werewolf and you're gonna eat that guy.
No! He's a mugger, and I was trying to stop him.
Does he look like a mugger?
I mean, the outfit he's wearing in his picture does not make him look like a mugger.
What does a mugger
What does a mugger look like?
What does a mugger look like?
Not wearing a dress shirt.
He's not
Yeah,
wearing-
maybe, wearing a black hoodie with a welding mask.
Red hoodie.
Pointing at me.
Red hoodie. Oh, sorry, red hoodie.
He is able to make an attempt to break free of your girder, is he not?
Yes, he is. He's allowed to.
How is that done for your girder?
It's overcome by damage or sleight of hand.
Damage or sleight of hand?
Yep, and it's DC 24.
He is going to rake it with his claws. So how do you do that with overcome by damage? Wouldn't it just get a toughness save?
No, it's set by the DC of the attack.
Okay.
You roll damage just like you're rolling a resistance check.
Okay. So he will make a roll of a d20 plus his damage.
He paid for the shirt with muggings. Dice.
Okay, he will shred the girder with his claws. But that will be his turn. The poor man is going to grab the purse and then run.
I'm not
Hey!
gonna hit with a snowball.
Stop that.
Oh, yes. Yes.
The woman cries, "Keone, what do you want to do?"
Well, I'm gonna hit the mugger with a snowball.
Okay.
Damn it. Oh. Same thing, 27.
Well, again, the number that's in the red circle is what your to-hit roll is. So
23 then.
23 will hit. He can only make a DC 27 toughness save on a natural 20. He did not roll a natural 20.
That's a
So
tough
tell
number.
us how your snowball, what it does to this mugger.
So I drop a snowball on his head, and the snow. Sorry, I'm laughing because I see it in my head, and it's funny to me. So this giant snowball drops on him, and it hits him in the head, basically dazing him, while the snow kind of trickles around him and makes him like a little pyramid with his little head sticking out. But he's like stuck there in this little snow pyramid.
And you give your catchphrase. Do you want to build a snowman?
No.
Oh,
Do you want to be a snowman?
There we go. Oh man, I need to come up with a good catchphrase.
Crucible.
it's none of those.
Is the mugger still conscious?
No, he's very unconscious.
Oh,
He's a minion.
He was up to snow good.
yeah.
Oh, stop!
I will take us a couple steps away from the werewolf. My hands up, like. My bad. Do I believe him? I'm gonna roll. Can I roll an insight check to see if I believe that he is not just trying to trick us?
The other guy did run off with the purse.
Absolutely, you may roll insight.
I like that the girl just cried.
25 on my insight check.
The werewolf is remarkably persuasive.
Yeah, we're either dealing with a mugger or the world's worst boyfriend.
Right. I'm sorry, Mr.
Mongrel. They call me Mongrel.
Mongrel. Well, I'm Crucible, and this is my associate, Keone.
I'm all the way up at the building. I haven't moved. I'm all the way across the street.
Sorry we jumped you during your jumping of somebody else.
It's fine. I'm used to mistaken identities. Hold on. He moves over to where the mugger was, takes the purse, comes back over to the woman, and hands it to her. Got to be more careful. There's a lot of strange things out at night, and I'm hardly the worst of them. And she kind of goes, and shuffles
Runs
off.
away.
Have a nice day, ma'am.
Oh, strange when you're a stranger.
I love how much of a disaster we all are.
This is Snow Laughing Matter.
All right. We'll come back to the werewolf, or to Mongrel, Keone, and Crucible in a few. And let's jump back over to Portal, Professor Cephalopod, and Bulwark.
No, it's perfectly safe. You just walk through it, and it's going to take you right over to that other place that you can see. You can even float through it if you want.
So it was you.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Okay, we're going to have a talk about assumptions, and then I'll go through the portal.
As I walk through it, I say, well, in my defense, you're a giant octopus wearing a mecha suit.
I do not see how that is a defense.
Not completely wrong, Professor, but we can talk about it later.
Okay. So you're all taking the portal back to the Octolab? Or probably a series of portals, because you can't see the Octolab from where they are. And
Yeah.
It's not an octolab, it's a cephalopod.
Nope. Nope.
okay. So
Do we have a poll on that?
It's my lab. I get to name it.
Fair enough.
all right. So you guys have a collection of the metallic dust. And Professor Cephalopod has plenty of equipment in his lab to start analyzing it. So anyone who would like to can give me either expertise science or investigation check to identify what this is.
All right.
I would like to do neither and provide moral support.
I think you don't roll too well.
I
So
think I am. No, go ahead.
Let's go ahead, Doctor or Professor.
I think I'm rolling investigation here because I have biology, computer science, engineering, neuroscience, and robotics, but nothing straight science.
Go ahead. So do you not have technology?
As an expertise, no.
No, technology is its own skill.
Oh, I do. Oh, I definitely do. Should I roll that instead?
Does being in a state-of-the-art high-tech lab give us any kind of a bonus?
It reduces your DC.
Okay. So I'll roll technology also.
Go team. No, it's whenever you're like, hand me the whatever, I just create a portal to pop it into your hand.
So that is a 20 unless eidetic memory helps, then it is a 25.
Not in this case, because this is not something you've seen before.
I got a 16.
Okay.
For the record, for those who would like to know, that is a 3 on the die.
That's a very good technology skill. So when you start analyzing the dust, especially through a microscope, you realize that it is not in fact a microscope, or it is not in fact dust. They are tiny machines.
Nanotech.
Nanites.
Nanotech.
Yep.
Oh, I'm very excited about this.
I'm very not excited.
It is very quickly evident that these are incredibly advanced beyond any terrestrial technology that is at least been shared in the scientific community. God knows what supervillains are doing in their hidden bases, but this is well beyond what any researchers or published papers are saying.
So just to clarify, these nanites are the substance that is in myself and in Ethan.
Based on what Ethan told you about his using his metallic senses, yes.
So you know how at the end of a camping trip, or you notice that there's like a tick that might have crawled on your leg, and then for like the next 3 days you feel stuff crawling on you that isn't there. Yeah, that's kind of what portals are like right now. He's just randomly occasionally just scratching himself.
So Professor Cephalopod, because he hasn't gotten out of the suit, because he's using the suit, so his whole torso rotates so that he's facing portal, and he's like, okay, now I need blood samples.
So the other thing I was going to let you guys know is the nanites that you've collected appear to be breaking down. They do not appear to still be functioning or replicating. They appear to be in the process of breaking down into their component. Well,
Professor, do you have a way of preserving some of these?
I don't know. Do I have a way of preserving or attempting to preserve these?
Sure. Give me a technology or appropriate expertise check, whichever is better.
We'll go with tech. That is a 33.
33, you say?
Yes.
Yes, it is easy for you to create to pull out a solution that will prevent any further breakdown of the inert nanites that were collected.
These are not just chemicals that got mixed by accident. These were, if they're giving powers, they were specifically designed.
You don't accidentally create nanobots, and you don't accidentally create nanobots of this magnitude.
Or that nanobots that give people abilities.
I mean, I guess you could accidentally make them have that power. I mean, accidents happen, and it gets kind of squirrely. And then
while they're having this discussion, I kind of subtly create a portal wherever those syringes were that she was going to use for that blunt sample, and kind of just put them somewhere else.
They're in his arms. So
Peter, do you know what a nanite is?
The small machine.
Like microscopically small. Like
the
size of molecules. These are nanites that were built or created. They didn't occur naturally. That gave me this power, and that gave Ethan or Crucible his abilities. And God knows what else they could do.
I'm gonna guess create Goth Boy and Metal Girl and Hippie Man and
Knowing that, what do you think the chances of the explosion being an accident are?
Well, we're talking about machines, so it's going to be non-zero. My question that I'm wondering is, was it Redshift who did it, or was it a competitor of Redshift?
Well, we'll have to find out. Professor, you said you
Yeah.
needed a blood sample from me?
Yeah. From both of you, if possible. I
Why
will give
both?
you to see
So-
because
Come on, you big
Because-
baby.
I want to know if they react the same way in both people because it. Oh wait, Peter didn't have.
Yeah. Portal already had powers.
when
Right.
Are you done
When-
yet?
when you go to take Portal's blood sample, I go, ow, because he created a little mini portal. So the needle goes right into my side, to my arm. Ow. Peter.
Huh?
So
What?
I actually just need. I just need.
There you
Marshall's
go.
Then.
Okay.
Does it work?
It takes a little effort for you to actually get a blood sample.
That's true. Can she get through my unclench?
I was gonna say, if
Unclench.
you're
Soften. Unclench.
Open your mouth.
Oh, I hate this.
Is Bulwark softer on the inside? There's a question.
That's
gonna
what
say
we're-
yes. Okay.
Eventually, we get that blood sample.
Eventually, you get that blood sample.
Probably like from my tongue or the roof of my mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that.
Mm.
The once you have the blood sample and with your analysis, I'm gonna let that roll over. You can definitely
Your analysis too?
What?
You need one of those samples? All right.
No. You can detect that there are still the presence of nanites in Bulwark's blood, or in Marshall's blood.
They still seem to. Do they seem to be breaking down the same
They do
way
not seem to be breaking down, but they do seem to be inert. They do not seem to be doing anything at the moment. Just kind of floating there.
So they seem to be. They go in. They do their thing. And then they stop functioning. So if their purpose was to give superpowers,
Professor, I have an idea. Try looking at the blood while you attack it in some way and see if the nanites do anything.
okay. So I will do that with like a little electrical charge.
Little mini cattle prod.
Okay. So
If you think there's not a live wire in this lab, you are sadly mistaken.
The question is whether or not it's an exposed live wire.
Only one?
Okay. So yeah, the nanites don't seem to react to being shocked. They it seems like that actually damages them and just, does break down some of them. I'm assuming you didn't hit the entire sample with the electricity, obviously.
No, just a little. I'm a scientist. I know about portioning my samples.
Exactly. Yeah, no, it seems like the electricity damages them and does start those into breaking down the same way that the loose nanites were. But they don't like react or like attack or start doing cellular changes to the blood or anything like that.
So yeah, I guess it did make its change and then stop.
analysis is that the nanites go into the body, perform some type of genome twisting or augmentation,
DNA
at
splicey
core
wicey.
level, something of that nature, and then they go inert, meaning that the powers that you are now demonstrating, they're now yours. They're not coming from the nanites themselves.
That's very odd. I mean,
That's what the research is showing at the moment.
well, we'll have to prove that with me and with
I mean,
Crucible.
obviously, I have a sample size of 1, so
Yeah.
I
I can
won't
give
be
you more
publishing this
samples if you need. But keep in mind, I only have so much blood to offer.
that young man Crucible could probably offer some as well. And we may be able to get at least some of the other people affected by the cloud to also donate.
Okay.
I'll point out you could also, it's a little gruesome, but there were casualties.
We should probably.
Were there any
to-
casualties that displayed abilities? Or is that an ask the police question?
That's an ask to the police question. But there were definitely bodies taken away from the site of the disaster. So,
Aaron, I changed my mind. I would like to play J. Jonah Jameson in this universe.
no.
No.
Octopus Menace steals dead bodies from the morgue.
the
Film at 11.
The superhero on parole fervently disagrees with that decision.
We won't be stealing anything. I do not steal.
Borrow.
She just aggressively borrows.
We will contact the proper authorities and go through the proper chain of these things. We really need to talk to the young folks.
We do.
Speaking of the young folks, let's go back to them because they're hanging out with the werewolf.
Far more interesting than what the old people were doing.
So, yeah, the two of you are there with Mongrel. Like I said, the young woman has left. Unless you have something else in mind, Mongrel places, he takes out of the frozen dude's pocket his cell phone to call 911 so that the police can come get him. And then he says, we should maybe go talk somewhere else.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing heroes actually do.
I've got your back, Mongrel, and I'll use the other street lamp to tie that guy up and destroy 2 street lamps in one fight with a mucker.
I mean, that seems pretty superhero-y.
Oh no!
I'm the only one in the light. I'm the only one that stayed in light so that I could see what was going on.
I'm in the dark with a werewolf.
What could possibly go wrong?
So yes,
Right.
Mongrel will suggest that you all go speak up on a nearby rooftop.
Do you know where a good gargoyle is?
I'm sure.
So glad I didn't have a drink in my mouth at that particular moment.
I'll lift a manhole cover up from the street and slide it up underneath Mongrel and I.
Okay.
And I'll float us up to a rooftop. Probably the one that Keone is still up on top of.
Okay.
Am I on a rooftop or am I just across the street from what is now very creepy men in the shadows?
See, I assumed that you guys were. I assumed you were still up on top of a.
Okay, that's fine.
Of
I
an
just wasn't sure how creepy this was.
Yeah. All right. So, so you guys are up on a rooftop.
Well,
So,
right now I'm by my lonesome.
Well, and Mongrel says, "Yeah. So they call me Mongrel. What should I call you? The news didn't catch a name for you."
I'm Crucible.
I'm Keone.
Were you like a regular guy until this afternoon?
No. I've been like this for a couple of years now.
So are you like a for real werewolf? Not just like a superhero werewolf?
Well, I mean, I got bitten, and that's what changed me. But
I see. Keone, you take this, and I'm gonna go over to the edge of the rooftop and just sort of silently scream into my mask that werewolves are real, and that's something I need to be worried about.
Seeing as I'm unfazed by this. So you said you've been like this for a couple of years. So you weren't born like this. You were bitten.
right.
Do you know where that person came from?
Well, no, he kind of vanished after I used to be a paramedic, and I was trying to help someone who had been hurt, and while I was trying to tend to his wounds, he bit me. And then
Sure he wasn't a cat?
What? No,
sure he wasn't a cat?
No, I'm sure he was human. It was a car accident, but yeah. So he bit me, and I mean, it was not a great experience, but I've had people panic and freak out and bite before, so whatever. But yeah, then the next couple nights passed, and then it was a full moon, and well, yeah. So yeah, no, I've been like this for a while, but Emerald's been quiet, so I've been mostly keeping to the shadows, but I couldn't help but notice you guys on the news. And
how come we haven't heard of you before?
well, like I said, I've been trying to keep quiet. I mean, there's been some reports of me in the press I've heard, but
What, National Enquirer?
No, the Gray Ghost blog has mentioned me. I mean, like I said, I try to keep a low profile. I'm not a happy, shiny superhero. I'm a werewolf.
You're not wrong. Not wrong.
Well, Mr. Mongrel, is that what you want us to call you, or do you have like a secret identity?
No, Mongrel's good. I prefer to be called Mongrel. I mean, unless you're going to tell me your really real names.
Oh, you got me.
Now, can you change back?
Can I get a perception check from both of you?
Perception. Ah, crap. It's coming around. 20.
Aaron mentioned it, but Ethan could not hear Aaron's narration.
What was that?
20 for Crucible perception.
20, you say. And what did Keone get? Also a 20. Okay.
Terrified of what's coming.
So you were about to ask a question, Keone. What was it?
I asked him if he can change back.
Right.
Or if he's stuck like this.
Yeah, so you asked the question, and he holds up a finger, sniffs, and says, "We've got company." At which point, leaping up over the edge of the roof, you see a young woman, girl, hard to tell because she's covered from head to toe in a shiny blue and black suit of armor.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
And
I feel like I should attack her just so Mongrel doesn't feel left out or profiled.
I mean, I feel like I would immediately put up a shield.
she hops up and goes, I thought I smelled the two of you up here. Hi,
Oh,
I'm
no.
Mage Hunter. Let's play.
Mage Hunter?
Roll for initiative.
Bet you were wishing you had that superhero registration now, huh?
I've never even
Nope.
played Mage Hunter. Whatever your World of Warcraft name is, lady.
Oh no. I knew something bad was gonna happen. It's no good. It's no good.
I feel bad because Keone was like, I want to go do my mystery stuff. And Ethan was like, no, let's go on patrol. It'll be fun.
Look, a
Yeah,
werewolf.
definitely getting sacrificed.
Kiana, do you roll for initiative?
What am I rolling for?
Initiative.
Initiative. Oh, that's up top. I figured that out. 24.
Hey, that's good. You have a plus 13. Crucible has a plus 4. So you're still the highest initiative.
Good Lord.
Man,
It's the only time I can roll well.
I rolled a natural 20 and I still didn't win.
Well, it helps that she has a plus 13 to initiative.
That helps.
So yes,
When you say armor, do you mean like medieval knight or like Iron Man? Just so I
yeah.
understand
So
correctly.
let me show you all a picture.
Oh, okay.
I've got one of
Oh,
those.
well, that's super helpful.
Huh?
That'll be super helpful.
Maybe her name's like the Martian Manhunter, where he doesn't actually hunt men anymore.
That feels like a lie.
Can you guys see it?
Negative.
I cannot.
Negative, Ghost Rider.
Oh, you know what? The problem is I don't have you on the right map.
Oh,
That would be helpful as well.
let me go find us.
Where are
You are near the bottom right.
Oh, there
Actually,
we
you're
are.
kind of center.
We're on building 20.
20.
Building 20.
Building 20.
Ah!
Oh, wow.
Oh no.
So
Have fun with that.
the answer to your question is both.
Yeah,
Pull it back up, Aaron. I had to click away on accident.
that's some Diablo stuff.
Yeah, plus a healthy amount of demonic alien stuff.
There's some cosmic shit going on.
We're in danger.
You guys have fun with that.
I'm in danger.
So
Although
that's
if I
what
can
that
line it
feels
up
like.
correctly, it looks like she's got a pretty big weakness right there in the middle of her chest.
Meanwhile, at this time, Portal is holding out his arm, waiting for the blood draw.
Yeah,
Okay.
meanwhile at the lab. So I think that you...
I hope
Damn
the
it, we
ending-
took the wrong direction. I just wanted to go home.
Once again, Kiana, you do have the highest initiative. What to do with Mage Hunter?
So I can't build a shield and attack her, correct?
Yes, you can. Your little force field. You can bring up as a move action. So.
But I can't do the snowstorm over top of her because that will knock us all out, right?
Well, yeah, you probably don't want to do the snowstorm over.
Right. And I'm like a baby snowstorm.
I'm wearing a lot of metal for a snowstorm.
Yeah.
So is she. Ish.
And Mongrel's not wearing a lot of anything.
He's fur.
Yeah, but he's got fur. He's got natural protection from the snow. But I'm going to put a shield up around us.
Okay.
Kind of like I'm pointing to it, like you can see what I'm pointing to.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
So like kind of around like us and that whatever that box is up at the top there. Kind of a semicircle there, blocking her.
Okay, so you're trying to put up like a wall, basically. Then
Yes, like just
Using your
like what I
speed.
did in the first episode to kind of protect us and keep us kind of hidden from her so she can't just immediately start throwing stuff at us.
Okay.
So I do that first.
Okay.
And then I'm going to throw an ice spear at her chest.
Gotcha. Okay, so that type of shield, that is your standard.
Oh,
action.
okay. That's not a move one. Okay.
No. Your
Well-
little your force field power is a move action.
Oh, like to protect just me.
Right.
Okay, well then I'm gonna just protect me.
Okay, and then throw it.
Priorities. Priorities. Well, you know what? You made me go and patrol when I just wanted to go home.
If you'd have said, let's go home, I would have gone home with
The
you.
lovebirds are fighting already.
She says this stuff, but we all know that's just Keone.
So
Just what
true.
she does.
True. And then I'm gonna throw an ice spear at her chest.
Go right
aiming
ahead.
for what appears to be the weakness right under her breastbone.
Sure.
So I need to do, is that throw or would that be ice blast?
That'd be ice blast.
Okay. Throw would be like if I was throwing a thing at her.
Correct. Like
No.
if you picked up a tin can and threw it at her head,
Okay. Okay.
Or a tennis ball off your walker.
or a tennis ball.
Okay. Ice blast. Oh, here goes. Oh God. 26.
26 will hit.
Yes. Yes.
And that is a 29 on her toughness save.
Damn
So
it.
your ice blast strikes her full on, but then just skitters off of her off of her armor, seemingly having no effect.
Well, shit.
Yeah, Crucible.
It's the first time something's ever not worked for me.
Keone, we're gonna die. I would like to taunt her for a first time,
Okay.
Oh God.
which allows me to demoralize her with deception instead of intimidation.
Okay, and that is opposed by, I believe, her insight.
It is opposed by insight or will defense, whichever one is higher.
She is going to roll will defense.
Here we go. I got a 19. That's not bad.
21.
21. She is unaffected by my meager taunts.
So,
No
Wiki,
surprise
let's
there.
do justify Octo Squad when we're down to 3 instead of 5.
So yeah, I raise my hands, I pull a couple of metal fillings off the sides of the building, I say, lady, we're not even mages, you're in the wrong neighborhood.
You're not mages, but two of you are magic.
I look at the two of them. Are you guys magic?
Mongrel looks at you and says, I'm a werewolf. What do you think?
That's a disease, man, I don't know.
And he is going to lope towards her.
I'm not even supposed to be here today.
And rake out at her with his claws.
Oh, Aaron, if I could take a move action, I will move in between Keone and Mage Hunter.
You may certainly take a move action.
I have a force field protecting me.
I don't know.
Now
if he
you've got a
knows
meat
that.
shield protecting your force field.
I'm
Ooh.
22.
An overprotective boyfriend.
Of course, Mongrel never had a chance to like heal those bruises that he took, but
Yeah,
I'm
good job.
sure it'll be fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
Do you regenerate?
he does.
Are you
Oh my God.
a werewolf or Wolverine?
Actually, he does. Thank you for pointing that out. So he would have regenerated those by now because you guys had been talking for more than 2 minutes. So,
He's
but yeah, so Mongrel will rake out at her with his claws, and his claws will skitter off of her armor, not even getting any purchase.
Feels unpleasant.
And she says, good puppy, stay. She will fly out over the street as a move action.
Crap, where'd she go?
She also flies, guys.
Oh my god.
You're in trouble.
And
Lord, I lost her.
she will gesture as bolts of blue and purple and black energy come up from the ground around or from the roof around Mongrel. And Mongrel will have to make a dodge save to avoid being entangled.
Damn it, Agatha.
Who's been mucking up everything?
So what does this button do?
It was
And
Agatha?
Don't touch that! Oh,
Mongrel is now completely trapped inside of her bindings.
Mongrel,
One
that
down.
move works on you really well. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Shut up and get her! Kenny?
Well, since I
That's
don't know
your-
where she is, I lost where she went on the map.
She is to your south and west.
Oh, there
Get
she
her?
is. Oh my god.
That's
she
your
was-
plan. Get her.
thanks, Ray.
You know what, Portal? If you were there, you could criticize his tactics.
All right.
Having much more fun as a disembodied voice.
Very.
Not in danger right now.
Yeah, at least we don't have earpieces in where I can hear all them mucking about.
They're scheming to steal my blood. I just want to point out.
There's going to be plenty of it all over the ground here in a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, no shit. Okay.
Shyster.
So, well, now she's far enough away I can do the ice snow. I can do the snowstorm.
You could.
Hopefully, like, dizzy her a little bit. Like,
You could.
which that's an attack, correct? Like I'm
Yeah.
attacking her with that. So that's
Yep.
the only thing I can do.
I mean, you can move, but
I'm not going to move. I mean, I guess I could move behind Crucible. So I'm still protected by a meat suit, but I won't.
If you don't move behind me, Crucible's gonna move in front of you anyway.
How about I move next to you? I'll move next to you. Is that okay? Are you okay with that? I'll
That's
move
fine.
next to you.
That's fine.
And then I'm going to blast her with the snowstorm and hopefully be able to semi-blind her.
okay. All right. Yes. Your environmental effect will impede her movement and affect her visibility.
Do I need to click it to roll?
Nope. Nope.
Okay.
It's just an area effect, so you create a big snowstorm over her, and it does seem like it's slowing her down some. It does not appear that she is affected by the intense cold at all.
Ugh, the cold doesn't bother her either.
Nope.
Yeah.
Almost like her armor perhaps has sealed systems.
That's all I can do.
Lucky duck. That takes us then back to Crucible.
Crucible is going to... And you said Mongrel is immobile and defenseless?
He is immobile and defenseless.
Oh, wait.
Planning something against Mongrel again?
I would just say, you want to attack Mongrel? He's immobile and defenseless.
No, I was thinking, I'm torn between setting him free and doing something to Mage Hunter, so I'm going to do something to Mage Hunter and hope that Mongrel...
Thank you. Seeing as I just blinded her so that you could do something to her.
I got this. Yeah,
Oh, God.
I'm gonna slam her with a multi-attack. With my
Don't
magnetic volley.
burst my bubble.
So here we go, and I will use 2 points of defensive attack to take two off of my to hit to add 2 to my active defenses for now. 25 with the -2 to hit her with my multi-attack.
25?
Yes.
That will hit.
And if I get 2 degrees of success, I get additional damage against her. I don't know if I got that or not.
You did not get 2 degrees of success.
Okay, so DC 23 toughness save.
Okay. 26 on this toughness save.
Oof. So yeah, I shred some of the metal fillings off of the rooftop antennas and dish network dishes around here and start peppering her with metal shrapnel, and it seems to not even be bothering her.
What do you have against satellite TV?
You know, everybody should be fiber optics by now.
Well, he was watching.
If they were, you couldn't go anywhere.
He was
That's
watching
true.
the Super Bowl, and it was 4th and goal, and then a rainstorm came.
Mongrel will attempt to free himself.
I
Using
believe in you,
damage.
Mongrel.
Uh, 1d20 plus not nearly
We
enough.
exchange contact information with the 2 rogues over here.
I
Do
gave
they
you guys.
even have a way to contact us?
I gave you guys
They do.
Overwatch's number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
that's
have a way to
hilarious.
contact them. I don't think they have a way to contact you.
Yeah, we can't contact y'all.
Unless Marshall gave Ethan his number.
Yeah.
He might.
No, they all have my cell phone number, so.
Right. Yeah. So,
Everyone has Portal's number,
yep.
Portal.
and he likes it that way.
I was gonna say Portal, you big slut.
Mongrel attempts to free himself and fails.
Mongrel, you're killing me,
Oh my
Smalls.
god.
The subtitle for this episode is Mongrel's Very Bad Day.
It's,
Yes.
it's not his,
No good, very bad
finest
day.
hour. It is not his finest hour. Mage Hunter is going to laugh, and she is going to gesture. A bolt flies towards Keone, and Keone, I need you to give me a will save.
No.
No.
I mean, you're welcome to just automatically fail if that's what you want.
Nope. No, 23.
That 23 is good.
That's very good.
This is the story of how Ethan got
I'm
killed
waiting
by
for
2
the
magic friends.
but not good enough.
No, a 23 is perfectly adequate. You feel a moment of drowsiness, but you fight it off.
Okay.
Bad.
So,
Oh.
Hunter will fly back around the building just because she's enjoying flying.
Oh my god.
Keone, you're up.
And I'm assuming moving my snowstorm to follow her does not work.
Yes, moving it would require another action.
Yeah, that doesn't count. If I don't move, I can't move my snowstorm instead.
No.
You didn't put points into that.
Can I add points now? Like while I'm
No.
Can I make the adjustment now? Okay. I mean, like, how good is her perception? Like, could I hit her with a ice construct from behind? Like,
You could certainly try.
Only one way to find out.
oh, my ice blast is so much better, but it literally did nothing to her.
If it helps, she rolled very well on the toughness save.
Well, I'm gonna just keep trying. I'm going to I'm gonna move a little bit closer to her.
Okay.
And try and spear her in the what appears to be the breastplate that has a slight opening.
Okay.
I'm gonna aim for that with an ice spear.
All right.
Oh Lord of mercy, this is gonna be awful.
Nah, it'll be fine.
Oh, 17.
17 will not hit Mage
I was
Hunter.
gonna say, wait, can I use the hero point?
Yeah, sure.
I use
If
a
you
hero
must.
point. I'll not try again.
Get her.
Oh god, here goes again. Oh my god!
Remember though, your die is at least an 11. If you rolled less than a 9, if you rolled a 9 or less, add 10 to the result.
Right. So she rolled a 1. So that becomes an 11 plus 8 for a 19. A 19 will exactly hit her.
Oh my god! Oh.
And that will give her a bruise.
Oh, yay! I'm glad I bruised her.
Yep. You have bruised her.
I should have built a shield.
Crucible.
Oh boy. Mongrel's still tied up. Crucible.
He is.
Crucible's gonna fly up in the air,
Okay.
pull out his cell phone, and call Tommy. And as I'm calling Tommy, can I attempt to free Mongrel from his affliction?
So
I
you're
finally hit her!
You're trying to tell me that you think making a cell phone call should be a free action?
I'm not saying that, but if it was a communicator, it'd be a free action.
If it was a communicator that you
If
paid
it
for
were.
with points, absolutely. But
Then I will just call Tommy.
uh,
And I will say, Mongrel, you have to get yourself out of there because I think we're going to need to team up on this one. Keone, I think we should all attack her together.
okay. So you call Tommy.
Overwatch.
Tommy
Overwatch.
can hear me.
Overwatch, I
And,
need you to call the rest of the Octo Squad.
I'm just going to point out real quick.
He said Octo Squad somewhere.
I'm just
somewhere
going to point out
progressive.
real quick that, Crucible has the numbers of the other members. He doesn't have to go for Tommy.
Crucible's
Yes,
communicating.
but Tommy is always the first person on his mind.
Tommy's his first love.
Cruciani.
I was gonna say, can I change my vote to Tommy?
Yeah. Team Cruciani.
Cruciani.
Anyways, so you call Tommy, you tell him this. He says, right. By the way, Riley's here.
Don't tell her I'm with a werewolf. I'll hang up.
Mongrel is again going to attempt to free himself.
Who's Riley?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
That right?
Keone, you have
Oh yeah, that's right. That's the stat bomb.
It would be great if Mongrel could roll something higher than a 3 on a die.
Oh, poor Mongrel.
Oh my god, dude.
Keone, even if Mongrel can't help us in our team attack, I think we should team attack together next round. Since we're on the same order.
That's fine with me.
Okay.
Yeah. Mage Hunter is going to fly back over here because she likes flying around.
Ugh. It's because she's trying to avoid the damn snowstorm.
So we started out as Justice League. Then we went to Guardians of the Galaxy. I think now we're in full-blown Suicide Squad.
No, now we're at Mystery Men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's much more accurate.
Wait till I find a fork to throw at this guy.
Hold on, let me get my bowling ball.
Was it a bowling ball with like a stainless steel skull in it?
That way Crucible can throw it at people.
Anywho, she is again going to gesture, and purplish black energy flies towards Keone. Keone, again, I need a will save.
Okay. 24.
You're fine.
Oh, thank God. Why does she keep attacking me?
Because you're a wizard, Keone.
Not a wizard.
And
Close enough.
she says, well, that's disappointing. But I still got one of you. I think I'm going to call that put that as a win in the column for today.
Oh no, you don't.
And then she is going to continue her move by action and fly a half mile away.
Does she take mongrel?
Nope.
Oh.
She just flies off.
Can I grapple her back?
You can give me a perception check to still see her a half mile away.
Because winter is here, whether she likes it or not.
Okay.
Whether she likes
So.
it or not.
Give me a perception check.
Oh, that was really bad.
I told you I found a whole new list of them.
I thought it was an ice one.
She's wearing
crap.
metal, right, Aaron?
Forget it. Forget it. I can't see her. I got an 11.
She is wearing metal.
I got a natural 20 on my perception check for a 28.
You can still sense her with your magnetic senses. Keone, she is out of your sight, and you cannot see where she has gone as she's flying between buildings.
And my powers have just.
She's a half mile away, you said?
Yep.
Ooh, let me see.
If she's made of metal, can you bring her back?
Not that far away.
Yeah, I don't think he has that much range on his move object.
But I do have a half mile per round movement speed, so I can go get her. Keone,
You can catch up to her, yeah.
Do you have any metal on you, your uniform, or your body?
I do not. So don't go grabbing me, please.
Neither does Mongrel.
All right, well, it's time for a magic carpet ride. I'm going to jump up on top of this thing, wrench it out of the rooftop, and if I can bring Keone with me, I will bring Keone with me to go get her.
Oh my god, the wanton property damage. It's
I mean, it feels.
You the world.
I was gonna say it feels part and parcel to like superheroes.
I can snow you the world.
Oh.
oh my god.
Oh, that, yeah.
Mongrel, don't go anywhere, and we'll just rocket off after her.
All right, so you rocket off after her. You're able to stay. I mean, you guys have the same movement speed, so you're able to get close enough that you're at least still. We're gonna have to theater of the mind to this at this point because I no longer have a map big enough.
Yep. And Aaron, I'm actually fatigued, so I'm gonna have to do double move actions to keep up that pace. So I'm just gonna be the mobile platform while Keone throws snowballs at her.
Okay. Good to know. Oh, well, then in that case, right, yeah, so you wouldn't be able to get to her in this turn then, would you?
With my regular movement cut down, half a mile is my regular movement. If I cut that in half, I go a quarter mile each round.
Right.
But for 2 movement actions, I could still do a half mile.
Yeah, but wouldn't you need a movement action to wrench the thing up for you to stand on it?
I don't know how that works because it's part of my flying. It's just my platform flying.
That's true. Yeah. Okay. Fine. So you have caught up to her, but of course, if she double moves, she's going to leave you far behind.
Yes, she is.
No, why didn't I just move us?
How fast do you fly?
You didn't know where she was.
That's also true.
Well, that's true. That's true.
But she does now.
Yeah, now I know where she is. I'm about to hit this woman with a flurry of ice blasts.
All right, so Crucible has flown you over to her. What are you doing?
I'm going to ice blast her again.
Go for it.
Oh, I don't have any hero points left. This better be good. 23.
23 will hit her.
I'm obsessed with 23, apparently.
You're rolling it pretty regularly.
I know. It's like the third time.
That is a bruise and a daze.
Since I didn't move, can I do another action?
You cannot take a second attack unless you want to become fatigued, because you don't have a hero point.
I mean, if he's flying me around.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just standard actions and move actions have different costs.
Yep.
I'm going to hit her again.
Okay, so you're going to go ahead and make yourself fatigued?
Wait, what does that do to me? Like, how does that affect my ice blast?
It means you move half as fast as normal.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
in and of itself, fatigued isn't that bad. It's just that if you get fatigued again, you go to exhausted, which is a little bit more of a pain in the butt.
Okay. Well, since I already hit her once, I'm going to hit her again.
All right, go ahead. Take.
Whoa, I don't even want to touch the button.
Do it. You're going to take her out. You're going to knock her out.
26!
26 will hit.
Keone
So I just hit her with 2 spears. Just like lightning bolts.
That is another bruise and a daze.
So she's not flying anymore then, so she's fallen to the ground?
No, she's dazed. She's not unconscious or stunned or anything like that.
So she's just drunkenly flying.
This next turn, she can either take a move action or a standard action, but not both.
Okay.
She might
that
just
means
turn
it'll
around
be
and whip her
longer
asses.
before she can leave.
Okay. Hi.
All right. You guys went slightly out of order because Crucible flew you, and then Keone had basically delayed. What Mongrel's doing is irrelevant because he's a half mile away.
he's trapped on a building. Because he can't get undone.
He does free himself this turn, but again, he's a half mile away. Mage Hunter looks at the two of you and says, you know, you make a really cute couple, but I'm tired of playing with you for tonight. Goodbye. And purple and black energy surrounds her, and she fades from view as she teleports away.
Harumph.
Another damn teleporter.
Did it have to be purple and black?
Yes.
I wonder if she knows Portal.
So, with the two of you standing on top of an air conditioning unit,
In the air.
kind of like a magic carpet, but not nearly as romantic. It's 8:30. Why don't we go ahead and take our break there?
I couldn't care less.
And then we will...
No.
I was looking for a good one. I couldn't find a good one. That was the best I could find.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take our break, get a drink. We will catch back up with everyone in a few minutes, and we'll see what the heroes do from here.
We'll see you in a minute, everybody.